Hi everyone, I'm FMGreeno. Welcome along to episode 55 of the Greeno Tour, my FM21 European journeyman where I can only manage teams I've seen play live or been to their stadium. We're here with FC Köln. We have our Europa League knockout second leg today, and we've still got work to do. Only 3 games played since we were last together. That was for the Leipzig game where we won 2-0. We lost 4-1 away at Borussia Mönchengladbach. They're our local rivals too, so that didn't go down too well with the board or the fans. We then played the first leg of our Europa League knockout games. Drew 1-1 with Sporting. They took a very early lead from the header from a corner. We equalised right on the stroke of half-time, but couldn't press home our advantage in the second half. We've just beaten Stuttgart 2-1 in the league. A late winner from Timo Werner getting us the 3 points there. Hopefully that's going to increase morale going into this game away in Lisbon. This is our lineup for this game. Gebhardt is back in goal again. We gave Quintana 4 games, I think. Didn't impress particularly. So Gebhardt has come back in again. Back to our normal back 4. Mariba and Morin in the middle of midfield. That's the partnership that we've used most this season. Thielmann retains his place on the right-hand side. Again, he's not been in the greatest of form, but I think he's probably the best option we have for that position today. Werner up top. He's been great since he came in. Let's get into the game. There's Sporting's lineup. You can see Loftus-Cheek plays for them at the moment. Scott McKenna at centre-half as well, I noticed there. That's our lineup. As discussed, it should be good enough, I would hope, anyway. So we probably just about edged the first leg without pressing home our advantage. We do need to score a goal today, though. Obviously, Sporting did score an away goal. So we're going to need to at least match that. Hopefully we can on the way to a winning performance. There's Batista Meyer making his way through. Priska, oh, what an opportunity that was. Oh, if only he'd just managed to sneak that inside the post. That would have given us that away goal I was just talking about. What a glorious opportunity. So, I'm not quite sure how I view this season, really, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of what I expected us to be able to do. But having done so well last season, it kind of feels a little bit disappointing that we're scrapping around trying to see if we can get a Europa League or Europa Conference League place even for next season. Obviously, we're a little way off the pace, so there's a little bit of a rebuilding job to be done over the summer. As I mentioned in the last episode, there are a couple of new faces already lined up to come in. Oh, Mariba, what a hit that was. I tell you what, it'd be great if we could get him on loan for a 3rd consecutive season, wouldn't it? He's been an absolute mainstay of our side the last 2 years. So yes, there's lots to think about with this club. We have got a few players out of contract in the summer. They're players who are increasingly becoming fringe players anyway. It's just going to be a little bit disappointing we're not going to get any money into the club coffers for them because they're just going to leave at the end of their contract. Dennis Mann being one of those, for example. So there's going to be a little bit of a rebuilding job to be done. I guess there'll be finances available. But obviously some of that will depend on where we finish in the league. There's about £5 million per place available in the German league. So it's going to be a bit of a drop from us finishing 3rd last season. If we end up finishing 7th or 8th, we got a 2nd. Or has it been ruled out? It looks like it's been ruled out. Yeah. As soon as the ref runs in there, you can pretty much be sure it's going to be ruled out. Yeah, goal disallowed. There we go. Let's have a look. Why? Oh, because, yeah. Player stood right in front of the keeper, obscuring his view. So I guess we can't really argue too much with that. Of course, the other thing to take into account is we'll have spent 2 full seasons here. And that's normally about as long as I do at a club. So maybe there'll be options to look around in the summer. Who knows? Anyway, let's get into the dressing room. I think we can tell the boys we're pleased with how things are going so far. Get them straight out for the second half. Let's see if we can make it through this relatively tricky tie. I guess it could have been tougher. There's quite a lot of strong teams in this competition. And of course, going into the next round, I think there may be even more strong teams. I think the Champions League... No, we are the Champions League third place team, aren't we? So that's why we're in this. Oh, Timo Werner. Come on. 110 grand a week, but he's earning every penny of it at the moment. He is popping up with some truly vital goals. I mean, that's a good finish. Well taken. He's definitely an upgrade on anything we had in the squad. I know he's 31 years of age. I know we wouldn't be able to afford him if he wanted to come in the summer. We might be able to get him back on loan again for a year, maybe. But I think he's valued at about 24 million. Plus he's on 275 grand a week at Chelsea. We just can't compete with that kind of money. Anyhow, I think it's about time we need to make a change or two. I'll go and do that. I'll be back in a moment. There's two changes down the right-hand side. Wang Zhao has come on for Pinheiro at right back. And I've brought Evina on, unusually on the right-hand side. Normally I play him on the left. He has come on for Thielmann. So we have just over 15 minutes of the 90 to go. 2-0 advantage. With the away goals, though, is effectively a 3-goal advantage. Even if they were to score a couple of goals and pull it back, we would go through on away goals, I guess. Although that may only be after extra time. I'm not entirely sure about that. Oh, what a save, Gebhardt. Looks like that was offside anyway, but he wasn't to know that, was he? Great save. There's a lot of tired legs out there. I think we're going to need to make one more change here, aren't we? We do have one change available. Who are we going to take out? So Priska, Batista Meyer, everyone in midfield is wrecked. Browner at left back is wrecked. I'm tempted to take Mariba out because he's the guy on a yellow card. So we go into the last 5 minutes of the games. I don't think we really need to say anything to the team. I think we just let them play it out for now. Here we are. We're in stoppage time. And there it is. We have come away with a 2-0 win. That puts us through to the next round of the Europa League. Well, we can go straight into the draw for the next round. So there's 16 teams to go. We've got Juventus, Arsenal, Porto, Chelsea, Lazio, Napoli, Atalanta, Leipzig, Celtic, Sevilla, Midtjylland, San Sebastian, that's Real Sociedad, Olympique Lyonnais, Salzburg and Aberdeen as potential opponents. So there's a lot of really tricky draws in there. Let's see who we get then. So there's Lyon. They play Arsenal. That's a cracking game. Porto against Leipzig. Celtic, I'd take that. Against Chelsea. Napoli, I'd prefer not to have that. They play Salzburg. There's still some tough teams in here, but there's a couple that I wouldn't mind. If we can get Midtjylland or Aberdeen, that wouldn't be a disaster. Atalanta against Midtjylland. Well, where's one of those teams gone? Sevilla against Lazio. That's a tricky old clash, isn't it? So there we are. So we're going to get either Juventus, Sociedad or Aberdeen. Hopefully not Juventus, but we'll see. Aberdeen. Okay. Well, that could have been worse, couldn't it? We've got a trip to Scotland coming up. So let's have a look and see how that fits into the schedule. So we have our German Cup quarter-final coming up against Paderborn. That's next. We play Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga. Aberdeen at home in the first leg. Bayer Leverkusen away. And then we are off to Aberdeen. So I guess that's where we'll come back again for another crunch European game. Maybe even with a double header with Dortmund. Who knows? Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I think it was a great away win and a good opportunity here for us to progress even further in the Europa League. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them below. And don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, come and hop on the Greenobus. There is plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon up in bonny Scotland. Bye for now.